Don't get run over.
Yeah.
Terrible start to the day.
Oh.
Wow. Thank you, sir. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is not what I want first thing. Today is the 23rd of December. At the end of the 25th of December, Christmas Day, Scotland goes into lockdown of sorts. Nobody is allowed to travel outside of their own region. Me and Pierce's region being Argyll. So today we have come to Kintail to do one final epic of the year, and we are going to go and basically do one half of the ride that me, BKXC and Kesteven done a couple of years ago, and we're going to do that in reverse. There are some cool things to see on this route which I will show you as we go. We actually kind of cheated. We have used Pierce's car is up here, my van is at the end. We're kind of shuttling it to make things a little bit easier. Also stayed at the Cluny Inn, I think it is, just round the corner, so it just made things a lot easier. So sun is just up, we're good to go. So neither of us have done this particular section, which is going to take us over to Beinn. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Go over to the hostel, which is then where I'll be able to join back up where I've previously been, but this is new for us. We read online in Walk Highlands that it gets boggy. Definitely boggy, and this is like with a kind of crust to it, crust of ice, but yeah, still boggy. So if you do come this way, have your waterproof socks on. Right, roughly highest point, roughly. I mean really rough. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yes. I didn't want the bog to end, and I got what I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
I hear of other people in other countries complaining of rolling resistance of their tyres.
Rolling resistance of the ground.
Yeah.
Like, really, you getting up? It's the ground.
Oh, motherfucker. Oh. I mean, golly, that was quite boggy.
Yeah.
Hey. About time. That's not to say it won't turn into a bog again. He's putting down 700 watts and going nowhere. Maybe 70 watts. That was tiring. The Glen Affric Junction.
We have to know that it's suitably boggy to continue.
Yes, it looks equally shit.
Yeah.
In fact, is it going up the way again? Oh.
I think it's the down bit. You see the double track down below.
Oh, I hope so. I fell in the gully. My goodness me. Oh, you know it's boggy when it smells.
Yeah.
So we went through the deer fence earlier on. Deer fence all around here. And these are baby trees. I don't know what kind they are. But yeah, this is obviously an attempt to try and get some trees to grow back. Scotland has been ravaged. First by humans, cutting all the trees down and burning them, and then no trees could really grow after that because the deer keep eating them. So any area like this where you see the deer fence up around the side, the chances are it's because they're trying to grow some indigenous trees back in. Scotland's got plenty of spruce forests, but they're not very nice. Okay, so whilst we've got a good vantage point here, I'll show you kind of where we've come from, where we're going, and what we'll see. Up there is where we have come from, all the way over from the Cloney Inn. Come up this glen, underneath this mountain here, which is called Kesteven or something like that. I'll put the description on the screen. And then, this is Glen Affric, this one that goes up this way. That's the one that takes you all the way to Cannock, almost to Inverness. You could walk to Inverness from here. I suppose you could walk to Inverness from anywhere, but this is an official route. The hostel we're going to is just around there. The route that me, BKXC and the guy Kesteven took goes up through that glen, and we came up through this glen here. In the distance you may just be able to see, I'll try and crop in now, that is the Camban Bothy. It's a long way away, so that might be quite grainy. And then we are heading to that Bothy. We'll stop for a wee while, then we'll carry on, got a bit of single track, and then we've got descent that goes down into that glen you can see in the background there, with the 3 of the 5 sisters of Kintail up above us out of the snow line there. So we can kind of see it all from this one point. And the sun's out. Ta-da! I may very well be putting my E4s back on, or at least experimenting with them. These things, in these conditions, way too, oh Jesus, way too noisy.
So it's either World War II or a 90s Land Rover.
There's a lot of rivets. There is a World War II wreckage somewhere about here. Well, we don't know if this has anything to do with it.
There's more up there. It's a thing sticking out of the ground.
Alright, we'll have a little gander. Yes.
Yeah.
That almost looks like a tailplane, like the elevator. Yeah, I think it is. I think that's the leading edge of an elevator. Pierce's keen eye has spotted what looks to be more wreckage up on the hill here, so we might even see the fuselage up here. I just want to see the engine.
This is the impact zone.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow, it's strewn.
And down there as well.
Yeah. Oh, I love a bit of carnage.
Oh. I mean, he's saying it was British too.
Oh, that's true, yeah. We'll need to research this later. So after said research, I discovered that this is the wreckage of a Vickers Wellington Type 1C bomber that crashed onto the hill in 1942. The crew were on a training exercise flying from RAF Lossiemouth on the east coast over to the Isle of Tiree on the west coast when they ran into some difficulties due to the weather conditions. Conditions that were so cold that the plane started to ice up, eventually leading to full engine failure and subsequently a crash. This story does have a happy ending though, and that is despite the 6 crew being separated on the evening of the crash, they were all reunited the next day. All 6 survived. The 3 of them seeking shelter in a nearby house, which I guess might be the hostel or the Bothy, but I'm not overly sure. Somebody let me know. And finally, we see the hostel. Yeah, there is a bridge. There is a bridge. Yeah.
I was literally just about to start pedaling across that. I mean, you could still do it.
It's not as fun for a video though, is it, if we
You're right, it's not.
take the tame option. Let's go for it. I'll go after you. Yes. Oh, oh no. Well in. It's slippy. It's so slippy. It is so slippy. It's so. Credit where it's due, I think you've done a better job than me. This is more like it. From one extreme to the other.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so this is Glen Affric. So this takes you all the way to Cannock. More over to the east coast. I'll probably do that in the summer. I'm not gonna lie, might be on the e-bike. So, Hostel is powered by that wind turbine and solar panels, and that's about it. There's not much else in here. We can't see in, it's all boarded up, so, and obviously closed because of the old corona. But if it was open, you would be able to possibly stay, although I think you need to book it. And also, last time me, Brian and Guy were here, we got some cokes, but we could have got a cup of tea and stuff like that as well. So yeah, I believe this is one of, if not the most remote hostels in the UK. And its setting is stunning. So that's us done at the hostel. Obviously it's shut. We've done about 6 miles to get to this point of 16 miles total. So we do have about 10 miles to go, but I would say that the last bit is about 3 to 4 miles of Drovers Road. So we've probably got about 6 or 7 miles of double track and single track and one fine descent to come. So effort wise we're beyond halfway, and time wise we're beyond halfway, but distance wise we're about a third of the way. So we'll head to Camban Bothy now and have a little spatch at that. It should be open, and we'll go in, but we'll be careful not to touch too much. It's been 2.5 years since I was here last. Sorry it's been so long. Okay. Oh, it's nice. It's got a floor and everything. Yeah, it can take quite a few people. Might kit something out in my house like that.
A bit of coal there.
Oh, luxury. Oh, probably not best to write in the book at this time, but
No.
yeah. Yeah. Spot on. Well, as much as we would love to stay here for a good while, we really can't afford to. Not at this time of year. Kind of just got to keep going. We've got torches. Well, I've got torches, but I'd rather get it all done in daylight. Nae bad though, nae bad. We good? It's good to come back.
Cool, got it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the better ones.
That's the one that was still getting used last year. Bubs was here.
Ah, Bubs.
Good Bubs.
Bubs, do you mind not graffitiing on a fucking... But with a name like Bubs, what do you expect? Hey.